Hey, welcome YouTube. And yeah, I've got another surprise, special surprise for you tonight. Uh, I've got, I've got the whole set of the Century of Deformation. Whatever that means, really. These are a set of, emergency and construction vehicles that all combines into a giant robot, which is called, I think, Fire Warrior, maybe. It's hard to tell, really. Like the whole set of figures. This is the one I'm gonna start with. He's called, I think, Ironside. No, really, he's the. How can I say? Uh, they don't have names per se. In the instruction, this one is called B. Not like Bumblebee, but like the letter B. And we have like A, B, C, D. It's just weird. Yeah, he's B. But you're gonna see, I'm gonna call him Ironside. Because, yeah, so here's a box. Nice art, I guess. It's not the best one I've seen, but yeah. It's kind of weird because it's called Century of Deformation 2, right here. But in the instruction, it says Century of Deformation 4. I don't know why. It's made by Wei Yang, and a quick search on YouTube made me found out that Wei Yang are the one that are making the Age of Extinction knockoff with die-cast parts. So like there's like a redeco Blue Hound with diecast parts. There's the Evasion Prime with diecast parts. They're all made by the same guys who made these, but these are actually totally original robots. I haven't seen any robots like those on the market so far. So here's the box, front art. Here's the combiner look. Here's the back. We can see he's a sort of a pull a fire truck, ambulance kind of thing. The robot, and he forms the right leg. So yeah, not much on the sides, some Chinese stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's start with Ironside. And opening the box, and you've got to check this out. See how it looks? I mean, the box is huge and all, and they really went all out for the packaging. It's a nice box. It gives a really good first impression when you open the box. And yeah, if you remove, there's right now there's nothing underneath, but usually there's the instruction. But I've got the instruction right here. Now let's take a look at the instruction. So yeah, creativity. Why? I don't know. Century of Deformation 4. And on the box it says 2. Like right here. 2. What happened? I don't know. At first I thought maybe like they're the Century of Deformation number 2. I thought maybe like this is the second production they've made, but I've looked around and this seems to be their first like totally original Transformers. So yeah. And 4, maybe I thought like, well, there are 4 in the team. But no, they're 5. So I don't know. It's probably lost in English. So yeah, don't ask too much questions. So yeah, the instructions are okay at best. I've seen worse, but they're not bad. There's some couple of stuff like locking joints that you have to do that the instruction doesn't say, but yeah. So first part is from truck to robot, and on the other side is robot to truck, and then the truck to leg mode. And we have a look at the combiners, how to combine them. So yeah. So open the box. Just gonna put the instruction back in. All right. Oh. So yeah, we'll just take the truck in. close the whole thing and set this aside for a while. Right. And here, oh, sorry for the. Alright, and here is Ironside. Guys, it's written right here, Ironside, Ironside, red truck. I think it's good. I'm gonna call him Ironside. Because, yeah, Ironside on the one side and Command Car on the other. With a Blaze logo right here for some reason. And 1110 Police. I guess that's their version of 911. 119. 1110. Seriously, is it like backward 911 or I don't even. Defend Police. So it's a police truck, fire truck. Yeah, seriously, I don't know. But it's a nice looking car. And if you're curious about it, from this to there, it's plastic. All the rest is die cast. He is quite heavy, quite hefty, and very solid. He does roll real nice. You can hear, yeah, and yeah, he's extremely heavy, and yeah, underneath there is not much robot cable, which I am quite impressed, and I don't hate it. And yeah, like I said, only from that panel to the back, it's all plastic. All this is die cast. So yeah, there's nothing much else to say for the car mode. So let's transform him. First, you want to open up the side panel on each side like this. And next up, you want to split the hood open like this. As you do it, you can also split the roof like this. And then you flip this panel up, twist it around like so, and just leave it there. And well, you can see pretty much how the robot's gonna come along. Or just move those aside and twist the waist like this. So this is gonna be the robot like this. Then you want to flip the hood down like this. Flip the hood down, and then flip the foot like this. Then you come to the side panel right there and move it down. Move those down. And then you have the legs. As for the legs right here, there's a joint. You want to make sure to push it all the way in to lock it in place. For a transformation into a vehicle, you need to release it into well, kind of loose. But in robot mode, just make it sure that it clips down. So, legs are pretty much done. And as for the arms, well, since you've pretty much already split them open like this, you can just move the take the window down, and they kind of plug underneath here, so which kind of plugs in really freaking solid. Yeah, move it down. Same thing on the other side. Move it down. That one was easy. And then you grab the sword thingy and flip it. Grab the sword, open the window, flip it like this. The instruction asks you to leave the window open like this, which kind of looks meh. So I'll just close it back down all over the swords, which kind of looks better. And then you can just grab the head and pull it out, and it locks into place. And here we have Ironside completed. His swords are made of a soft rubber, which I'm not a fan of, but it works. Alright. Otherwise, he is a nice figure. You can see all the details on him. Let me raise the camera a little bit. Focus. Yeah, you can see all the details. He does have some nice light piping, but the lighting over here is not so great. Do I have a flashlight here? No. I don't have a flashlight nearby, so I can't really show it off. But yeah, he's got some nice detail painted. There's a lots of paint app on this guy, which I really love, because you know my usual knockoff-ish Transformer are always disappointing on most parts. But this one, it's top quality. The joints are extremely solid. Like none of the joints are loose at all. He can probably do the sidekick, and well, he can still hold. But well, yeah. For articulation, he's got a huge, kind of looks. Yeah, he's got a huge ball jointed shoulder, which gives him a range of motion on the arms, which can rotate all the way around. He does have another joint right here. Well, he's got the closing joint like this, and he's got another ball joint for the elbow, which is nice. The wrist doesn't spin, but it does only open and close it on an hinge for the transformation. The head is on a ball joint, so you can. It does flip on each side. Doesn't get hindered too much. As for the waist, there are some waist articulation, waist swivel. The legs kind of goes apart that much at all, and it does like goes front. There's a 90-degree angle leg joint. It can bend in front, but yeah. And as for the foot, there's only one pivot right here. So yeah, he's actually pretty freaking good, and the joints are really nice and tight. So yeah, as for the backpack, if you want to see the, there's a nice panel, but he's not thick, so it's kind of nice actually. I'm kind of, you know, this panel doesn't slide flush on the side, which kind of bugs me a little bit, but yeah. It's not that bad. So yeah, here's the item inside all transformed. And if you want maybe a size comparison, these guys are the whole set is about Voyager size. Here's a side-by-side comparison with the Leader Megatron from the Generation Classic, whatever. Oh yeah, he's about the arm length, which is kind of nice looking. There are kind of Voyager size figures. So, yeah. Let's move on to the next figure, shall we? I'm gonna set this one aside. And, alright, let's go with this one. Let's move the camera a little bit up. And again, nice packaging. And I guess same thing on the side with the combine mode. In the back, you can see he's a fire truck, robot mode, and he becomes the arms when in combine mode. And like I said, they don't have any names, so I'm gonna call him not Sentinel Prime from the Transformer movie, like the Age of Extinction. Is it? Yeah, Age of Extinction. Yeah. Yeah, it's Age of Extinction. So again, nice, freaking nice packaging with the silver lines and Wei Yang, Jang, Yang, Jang, whatever. Open this up, take the fire truck, move it there, and set the box on the side because we don't need this anymore. Alright. Move the camera a little bit down. Sorry for the trembling. So yeah, here we have not Sentinel Prime, because it's exactly the same type of fire truck as the Sentinel Prime from the Age of Extinction movie. And he is a nice vehicle. There's a nice detail ladder, nice paint again, 119. Is it the, sorry for the blurry... Focus, yeah. I got 999 and 119. Phone number, is it the actual 911 for the China emergency number? I don't know. I'm not. There's some nice paint app again. Fire rescue on the side, and again 119 and fire and rescue. Again, he rolled. Nice. The fire lance does move, and the tip does angle up and down. There's no side to side rotation. Not that I know. No, you can't. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is about the fire truck. There's some nice translucent window which we can't really see inside, but yeah. And underneath, again, we can see the head right here and some toes. But beside this, it doesn't look too bad. It looks nice. So yeah. Transformation, you want to come over here and flip this down, and same thing on the other side. Next up, you want to pull the back like this, and you want to flip this and this over like this. For the feet, you want to open up, well, right here there's a ladder which is split in two. Flip the ladder up. This is going to be the heel spur. Sorry, kind of far from the camera. And you want to flip the foot down like this. So flip it down, and we have like some kind of nice detail of toes with fingernails. It's kind of hard for a Transformer, but I'm not going to ask too much questions. So yeah, we continue with not Sentinel Prime. You want to take the cab right here. Oh, and the whole front section, like right here, all of this is die cast. The rest is plastic. Just mentioning since. Oh, and this is the torso is also die cast. So yeah, there's actually a lot of die cast in those figures. So yeah, you just grab not the window, the die cast part right here, and you pull. Pull. It's really hard because it's all die cast. So yeah, and then you want to split this over like this, and then you want to raise the head is like this, and you just want to raise the head up, and you're gonna see there's some tabs right here and some tabs right there. You just flip the whole front section and tab it with the neck tab. If you want, you can lower these chest cannons, and they will snap at the bottom like this. And as for the arms, you want to rotate, and move the arm down, twist it around, and open up the hand. Now there's a tab that you just flip it over, and this, it's actually a seat, which is nice, but the seat also covers for the holiness of the hand. So like this, we've got one hand, and we do the same thing for the other one. Flip this down and flip it like this, and you can see this one is not a hand, but also the seat fills the holiness of the arm. It's a cannon. So here we have not Sentinel Prime from the fire and rescue truck, and yeah, he's all done, and he looks pretty nice. It doesn't have a lot of backpack. There's some this, but you know, it's kind of really nice looking. And yeah, for articulation, the legs do split, and he does make the ninja kick. If I can position in. Not a lot, but yeah, whatever. The legs does move out, in and out like this. There's some swivel on the higher waist, and there's some knee articulation. There's actually a double joint, so you have to be careful that when you want to move it, you don't want to move it like this. You want to move it like this. So you just leave the joint here and not move the joint back like this. So you want to move the joint forward and then bend it. And the leg just goes like this. And you do have some feet pivot up, down. The toes move up and down. The heels moves, but there's no side swivel. So yeah. As for the arms, there's some movement right here, some rotation joint right here. There's a another pivot right here, and there's a ball joint right here which can move the arm in all directions. There's also a swivel right here, so you've got a lot of motion from the arms. And as for the head, he does have a ball joint, but the ball joint, which is, I really love this kind of ball joint. I really wish more Transformers had that type of joint in the neck. So the neck moves like this, as the ball joint is underneath the head, not inside of the head. So the head does have a lot more character, if you ask me. He does have some light piping, but I'm lacking some light, so yeah. And yeah, he's quite a nice figure, if you ask me. He's one of my favorite of the lot. He kind of has like the gorilla arms, but it doesn't look as bad as other Transformers I've seen recently. So yeah, really nice figure for the not Sentinel Prime. And I'm gonna move this one aside again. And next up, alright, next up is probably the weakest link of them all. It's bad. It's awful. Here is I'm gonna call him not Groove, but Groove is probably gonna be really insulted. Oh, sorry, the camera. Yeah, Groove is probably gonna be really insulted because he is bad. You can see a depiction of not Groove, I guess. The art is, yeah, it's okay. And again, construct, and here we have the robot mode. The bicycle mode, awesome, looks amazing. Robot mode, yes, he's in a wheelchair. Groove is in a wheelchair. Don't ask any questions. It's bad. He looks so awful. And we have the other. He's gonna make the other foot. So yeah, the other foot's the wheelchair. I'm so sorry. He's bad. All right. So opening the box up. Again, nice box. Open this up, take the bike. As you can see, the bike holds, no, you can't see anything. Alright, so I'm gonna just set the box aside. Alright. Like I said, the bike looks amazing. The bike looks so good. It really looks like the old school Groove bike. Looks really nice. Rolls well. And it even holds. Like, it holds a lot. Whoa, rolls really nice. That's it. The I guess the leg guards right here are in soft rubber, and also the steering wheel. Well, the steering, yeah. That's pretty much it, really. Nice wheels, and yeah, like I said, the bike is really nice looking. Some nice paint up, like fire depth, and some stars right there and whatnot. There's actually a police symbol logo printed black on blackish, translucent blue window thingy, but whatever. So here's not Groove. God. And transformation is actually quite simple. First, you want to unpeg the mufflers, and only for this one you can just flip it up, and that one just flip it over like this. This one, as it's flipped up, you move the police siren stick, I guess, on the side, and then you flip it back like this. So the muffler just flips it over, but because of the light, the muffler can't go over, so you just have to twist it, and yeah, whatever. So move this side like this, and then you want to unpeg the arms and move it on the side like this. You can just move this like this and move the arms like this, and you can open up the side panels right here and flip the hand out and close it back. Same thing for the other side. Flip those down, move this, and flip this back. If you want, it's optional. You can flip the motor thingy over, and it makes him like a cannon, double cannon on the side arms, which is a nice touch. Really, I really dig this. So, yeah, now we're done like this. Next up, you want to unpeg the torso, which is, there's a big ass peg right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a big ass peg there. And it goes into the big ass hole right there. So you just want to unpeg it. And next up, you want to take the, that plastic thing and move it all the way around. And the plastic thing needs to go inside. Once it's inside, you can flip these doors here. These panels have absolutely no purpose in bike other than just filling the back gap of the robot mode. I really appreciate this. More companies making Transformers should really make panels that fills in gaps like this. I really dig this. Alright, next up, you raise the body up and you press down on it, so like this. It locks the torso, and the torso cannot move much else. As you can see, the head popped out as we flipped over the thingy. All you're left to do is split the back wheel, which you need fingernails for, and you flip the wheels down like this. And yeah, that's the wheelchair. He does still rolls. And it's pretty much done for the robot mode. I am not kidding you. You can flip the siren stick up, which makes kind of shoulder cannon, which kind of okay if you ask me. It's not the best thing. Or you can leave it up and, you know, he has a siren on the shoulder to draw the attention. Hey, look at me! Whee! He's bad. Well, the top of the robot looks so nice. And the bottom part is looks like a tiny goofy go-kart. But yeah. Technically also the instruction tells you to move the window down like this. Kind of looks ugly if you ask me. Really bad. So I don't know why, but I just leave it like this. I mean, the window does separate. You know it. I know it. I don't care. And yeah, he still rolls pretty good. And I'm sorry, I've got trouble too. I'm really sorry, but yeah, I'm trying to keep my serious here. You can flip the hand, and he can drive himself. Yes, he can drive himself. He can grab on to his own steering, and he can drive himself. I'm sorry. It's bad. But yeah, he can drive himself. How many Grand Transformer wishes to drive themselves like this? Yeah, so, articulation, well, he rose. He doesn't have anything on the legs beside wheels, so he rolls. He does have a waist swivel, which flips nice. He's got a shoulder joint that moves up and down. He's got a ball joint right there. He's got a swivel on the side there, and a swivel right here, so a double swivel. And he got another swivel for the forearm. And there's a ball joint for the hand, so you can move the hands pretty much all the way around. And there's absolutely nothing for the head, so he's got a stiff neck. And he drives himself. I'm sorry. I just can't get over the fact that he drives himself. It's so amazing. Not, but you get the point. Alright, so we can set groove on the side. Oh, wait, you want a size comparison? I forgot to do it with the... So here's Megatron, again, with nut groove. And just because I forgot it, with the not Sentinel Prime. Yeah, so, alright. Set this one aside. Set Megatron aside. Set the wheelchair reach. Have you... I'm sorry, come back, but... A few... months, year maybe? Remember when is it Sunstorm? Sunstorm? The triple changer remolded from God, I forgot his name. He's right there in the tablet. The one who transformed into a car and a copter, and they've remolded him in orange color, but with wheels, huge back wheels. And a fan mode came out on the web where he transformed into a wheelchair. That one takes the cake. Alright, so, sorry. Alright, next up. Alright, let's... after the worst of it, I think I'm going to go with my favorite one of the bunch. I think this one is my favorite of the bunch. I don't know his real name, so I'm just gonna call it Scavenger, because he's a scavenging truck, just like the the Constructicon Scavenger. So yeah, he's got nice detail. He forms the backpack and waist in combined mode, and yeah, the art actually looks decent. So, opening the box. And here we have, well, not Scavenger. Open this up. And close the box and set it aside. Alright. And camera's too high. Oops, sorry. Camera's too high. And we have not Scavenger. He actually is pretty freaking awesome, and like I said, he is pretty much the my favorite of the bunch. He's got blue panels right here. In robot mode, has absolutely no purpose. In combined mode, neither. So I'm figuring out. I'm guessing that in vehicle mode, these flips down and forms platforms to go fiddle with the motor right there. I don't know, but these things can flip open, and I have no idea why. The instruction doesn't say anything about this. So yeah, detail wise, he's got some nice paint app. Sorry, focus. All right, so he's got focus. Come on, you can do it. Come on. All right, he's got power and guard. What is that, like a no, it's a wolf logo thing. I don't know. And he's got some more details right here. And yeah, he's got some wheels, which makes him roll real nice. Actually, pretty much more nice than I ever thought. And he's got some articulation in the shovel, in the higher part, and the tip. He can rotate a little bit left and right, but not too much. And as for the he does spin, the tread does spin, and there's some hell of a ratchet. Yeah, awesome track mode. So yeah, transformation, you want to come over here and split the back open, flip this down and flip it around. So yeah, these open up to make the knee guards, and these flip down to make the foot. Now you want to have fingernails and open up the oh sorry, I'm kind of far, and open up the legs. Sorry. So we have the legs done. Sorry, focus. Right. So we have the legs done. As for the arms, you want to split. Well, as for the shovel, you want to lift this side first, because there's kind of a hook. Oh, sorry, I just noticed I haven't done this on camera, so we all right, do it again. So the shovel, you want to split, move this part first back, because there's a hook right here, and you have to slide it in, because if you split it open, it just breaks. So yeah, be careful with this. And you split the whole thing like this, and you rotate the whole block. Rotates like this. Do the same on the other side. The whole block rotates. Now you're left with like kind of weird arms. So you want to split this, the arms, the arm like this, split open and swivel down, and there's a tiny peg right here and a tiny hole that pegs into it like this. Same thing for the other side. You squish it in and aim for the hole in. And now we have the arms done. You can rotate the thumbs out. So you just flip the thumb out like this. And now we have the arms. Now you want to flip out. Sorry, I just snapped my finger somewhere. So you rotate the whole backpack like this. Flip the head down like this, and rotate it like this. Now there's a tab right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a tab right here. You want to open the block right here and swivel it on the chest, and you tab the head inside like this. So the tab goes inside of the torso. And there we have the chest. And we have the not Scavenger. Build it up. Oops. It's a ball joint, so yeah, it can detach, but yeah, he's actually looking pretty nice. Now there's also a weaponized version. There's the cap right here. It doesn't have any much purpose beside in combiner mode, so you can just leave it there. As for the weaponized mode, like I was saying, you flip. Well, first you flip the threads like this on both sides, like this, and then you flip the thread over, and you see these gray thing are cannons. So you want to rotate them, which is really freaking hard. I tell you, first time I had to use a tool. So yeah, you flip one cannon up, and second cannon up like this, which is pretty nice. And you can fold them down like this. And now we have not Scavenger all weaponized up and built. And like I said, I think this is the guy. This is my favorite one. He is awesome. Like I said, these blue panels, no purpose. But in robot mode, there's some kind of details that kind of looks like pads, shin pads. But yeah. As for articulation, there's a ball joint on the shoulder, which you can rotate the arms. And there's a swivel on the upper arm, like this. There's nothing else in the arm. And the shovel hand part is on a ball joint, so there's actually quite a lot of rotation and movement from it. And the thumb is on a swivel. And same thing on the other side. There's actually some waist swivel, which is nice. It's kind of ratchety. And the leg is also, he can do the karate chop, but he's extremely back heavy, so there's also a swivel on the top of the waist. And there's a knee joint, which goes like, yeah, really freaking high. Yeah! And the foot only has a swivel. Oops, I closed the, yeah. Alright. And the head only swivel left and right. It doesn't really go up and down, so yeah. It's pretty much it for him. He looks pretty nice. Like I said, he's probably my favorite of the bunch. And size comparison with the Megatron. Oh, move it right here. Yeah, he's thank God for his cannon, because like I said, all the Transformers are pretty much the shoulder, arms, connector joint from Megatron. So yeah, looks pretty freaking nice. Alright, really love this. Alright, set this one aside. And for the final one. Da 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 da. I got no name, so I'm just gonna call him Nut Grappler. Grappler or Grapper? Grapple. I think it's Grapple, yeah. The G1 arrange. Well, here's the box art. And yeah, like the grappling truck from G1. I think it's grapple, not grapple. All right, grapple is good. So a truck robot, and he forms the torso and the head of the combiners. So yeah, let's open it up. Again, awesome insert inside of the box. Take the truck, set it aside, close the box, throw it around. Alright, and here it is, Nut Grapple. He looks pretty nice. It actually looks like one of those, what is it, like a Volkswagen truck? Yeah. So he does have some movement in the crane. The crane does extend a little bit, not much, but you're gonna see why. The hook does move, and the crane does rotate left and right. So yeah, and underneath there's not a lot of kibbles. You can see some legs right here. Those are the arms, chest, but for someone who doesn't know, it doesn't look like much. So yeah, he does roll like all the others, and that's it. Yeah. So for transformation, you first have to remove the crane. Oh, Transformer. Yeah, I know. But if you want, you can transform him with the crane still attached to it. It's gonna look goofy as hell because those are the feet. So he's gonna have a crane on the feet, on one of the legs. But yeah, technically, you take this, just set it aside for a minute, and I'll come back to it. So we have the truck, which looks kind of van, but yeah, alright. Transformation. First, something really important. There's some tiny hooks right here on the legs. You need to unhook them from the side and just flip those. They were kind of loose, but it's okay. So you just unhook these and move it aside. Then you can just, well, first you want to split the legs, and as you split them, you can't, you really can't see anything in there, yeah, but there's some weird, really weird, open those up, weird tabs right here, and I've already stress marked them because I didn't, the instinct move to do is just to rotate the cap down and flip the whole leg down. This is what like 99% of all Transformer that has those type of legs does, but not him. To open them up, you have to slide the leg like this. Now you can see maybe like, can I focus? Focus. Yeah. There's a tab right here, already stressed, and there's a groove right there, stressed already. Those slides like this. If you pull it down, it's gonna stress mark. So you have to move it like this. So it looks like this. It's really weird, but these tabs are actually nice because they hold quite solidly. But it's really weird. And then you can move the leg down like this. So this is like the It tells you to do it. And then you can pull the leg. You gotta be careful. There's a peg right here that pegs inside of the leg that holds it. So when you want to extend it, make sure that you lift the panel up and then you extend it. Next up, you want to reach for the roof, and just there's some tabs on the side right here, so pull it down and flip it, and then you move it up like this. Same thing with the other side. So you just pull and flip like this, and you move it like this. This is gonna be the foot, and then you want to just close that panel on each side. You want to close like this, and the heels is actually gonna fall over it. So now we have the legs all done. Da, 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 da. Oop, sorry. I've hit the camera. Alright, as for the arms, you want to unpeg the blue back like this, and you want to flip the whole thing down. Now there's some peg right here and peg hole right there, so you know what to do. Like this. It's kind of hard to peg in because the joints are hell of tight, but now we have the top done. And then you want to flip the chest down and rotate the head and close it back in. As for the arms, you want to open the arms like this, pull the arms down, and it drags the shoulder down. So do the same thing. You just open them up and you just slide it down and drags the shoulder down with it. Now you have some rotation. You just flip the fist out on each side like this, and we have the robot mode done. The nut grapple robot done. And as for the crane now, you want to just leave the hook a little bit backward like this, close the grapple down, and you want to flip the whole thing like this, and then the hook, you can just close it back in, and this gives you double barrel machine gun. You can flip it out or in. I'll leave it in at first, so yeah, and this gives you like double barrel, kind of like the Age of Extinction Hound. I really love the double barrel Gatling guns, which looks nice. And then you can just make him hold the gun like this, and he holds it like really solidly. Like the arm doesn't like he really it holds really good. So now we have Nut Grapple with his double Gatling gun that he stole from a hound, and oh sorry, fudge, it's all blurred. So yeah, like I said, he can hold the gun, even hold it straight. It doesn't go down. The joints are extremely solid on all the figures, and yeah, there we have that. How you can those panels right here, you can leave it up like this or leave it down like this. It's all up to you. It doesn't have any purpose at all for now. So yeah, here we have Nut Grapple. As for the articulation, there's some swivel in the arms right there. There's another swivel on the top right there. There's a swivel in the arms, and there's some flipping on the wrist for transformation. That's pretty much it. As for the head, it does rotate left and right, move up and down, but it's more of a the transformation joint that flips. And as for the legs, he does the Van Damme split. There's some swivel on the top of the thighs, and there's some knee articulation that goes about 30 degrees, and the foot iron ball joint. So there's actually some swivel back, forth, and left and right, which is nice. So there we have Nut Grapple. And finally, again, size comparison with Megatron. And he's actually a little bit taller, which is nice. So, yeah, we've got the whole set with the grapple, wheelchair groove, which is an abomination, Grappler, Scavenger, and Iron Side. Can we see them all? Iron Side, and not Sentinel Prime. So we've got the whole crew right here, which looks really nice. And now, if you want, I'm just gonna jump cut, place them all in vehicle mode, and assemble them for the robot mode. Alright. So I'm just gonna be right back after these messages. No, there's not. And we're back. And yeah, I just placed all the bots into their vehicle mode, which is somewhat easier for transformation into gestalt mode. So which one you guys want to start off? Yeah, whatever. Let's start with the legs. Just gonna set those aside, and yeah, let's start with the Iron Side. Yeah, Iron Side. So first, just open up these panels to for some clearance. Split this for clearance again, and open this up on the side. Sorry, I just realized I'm not on camera, so open those up for on the side, and you want to be really careful, but you need to extend the legs, so you just pull right. It's really freaking hard. That joint is tough. So do the same thing for the other side. Like this. Yeah, I'm so afraid to break it, but yeah. And yeah, before splitting these up, you want to flip the hood all the way 90 degrees like this, and then you want to close it back like this. Now there's a hook on each side right here. Can we zoom? There's a hook on each side of the windows. You might want to raise the windshield too. So yeah, these hooks are gonna hook inside of the that part right there. So you need to slide it in on one side, slide it in the other side, and then, well, then I just messed up because the hood is supposed to be closed. So now you need to slide it in on the other side too. Why doesn't it want to? Alright, right, like this, and then you peg the whole front section up, like so. Oh, I just noticed that side unpegged itself. So that side is alright. Trying to reconnect everything. Alright, we've got it. And then you slide these panel. Well, before sliding it, you want to each of these panels, you can flip this part down, which is going to make like a sort of heel. So you just flip that thing down, and then you can, instruction tells you to leave it squared off like this. I don't know, I kind of like it like this, which makes it like triangular, but kind of looks better if you ask me. There's no like huge gap right there. And just close the top section down, and we have 1 foot. And as you can see, it's gonna be if you can take Megatron right here, it's gonna be a huge combiner. Alright, and then we've got Groove. I've got so much trouble not laughing at him. Alright, so him, you want to again flip the exhaust over like this on each side. Flip the siren thingy up, unpeg the arms, and you need to rotate this up, and as it moves up, you want to squish it down to lock it, which is really freaking hard. Move the arms down, split the wheels, and move it back down in wheelchair position. Yeah, I said it, wheelchair. And then you want to lock this there, and as you can see, there's a square there. You want to clip the doors on it. So, oop, I think it didn't lock. Nope, it didn't. You need to lift it. It's a kind of pain to do because you need to align the block with, alright, like this. So now this part right here, which is the connector, is solid. So alright, move the arms again like this. The arms doesn't peg in anywhere. You just leave it on the side like this, more or less. You can flip them up or just, you know, move it around and stuff. Make him hold the steering again. So whatever. That's another foot. Again, they tell you to flip the window down, which looks whatever. Let's do it like this. Alright, so we've got both legs down. Next up, let's do Scavenger, or not Scavenger. Now Scavenger, I've pre-opened the connectors right there. These are freaking hard. They are stored within the cannons. These are on extremely tight ratchet joints, and there's absolutely no way for you to reach with a fingernail inside. There is no fingernail on this planet tough enough to flip that thing without breaking. I use a screwdriver to pull those out, and I was afraid to break it. So yeah, you need to flip the connectors first out. Then you want to flip those down. You want to flip this down like this and move the legs down, which are, well, the ties. This kind of goes up. This opens up for the skirt, and you want to leave this down for now. And this is gonna make the backpack. Now you're gonna need the backpack, as so for especially these two holes are gonna be, well, stuff's gonna peg into it. As for the shovel, well, it will look goofy if it makes like this. So yeah, you want to split it open, and just for now just leave it like this. So this is gonna be the waist. So let's leave this aside, and let's do the torso. So you want to unpeg the crane. You want to open up the blue panels right there, and you want to split, not just split this, but split, oh wait, you have to reach there, flip this down, and you want to flip the whole thing down. So you can see the head right there is coming along on the side right here, and you want to move those panels out of the way for now. Well, not too much, but yeah. So you flip these down, and as you flip them down, I'm gonna move those, you rotate it up. Now here's one thing that's it bugged me a lot because it was freaking hard. There's a giant peg right here that will go into that hole, but it won't hold at all. What I noticed is the joint right here, right there, has a, well, it's hard to it's really hard to make you see, help you see, but yeah, that thing is in die cast. Can you see? Focus. Yeah, that thing has a groove, which is gonna hold like in the back right here while the peg goes in here. It's really freaking hard and scary as hell to peg, but it works. Also, it's on a double joint, so you've got joint right here and joint right there, so you might want to just adjust. And yeah, sorry, yeah, so as you peg it in, you want to, it's hard, it's really hard to show you, with that rotation thingy to clamp. Yeah, that thingy right there to clamp on the plastic right there as it pegs in. So, like so. So the clamp. Can you focus? Yeah, the clamp right here, it went over the plastic. It's really hard to see, but yeah, it's like that. So again, right here, you need the rotation to clamp. Alright, and now it's really solid on both sides. And now you want to open this up like this, and right here you reach in, and this is the combiner head, which flips and clip like this. Da 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 da. That's pretty much it. As for the head right here, you want, well, it's just me, but I like to just flip it open like this. So, yeah, it doesn't look like a head. You won't really see it at all. So, yeah. And finally, for that part, you want to first unhook the wheels and flip it like this on each side. And there's 2 grooves right there. With you want to peg these in the grooves, like so. It kind of splits the wheels apart a little bit, but yeah, it's not that much. But it holds the whole thing. And these, you can just angle these up for tiny wings in the back for now. And now we have the torso done. And we're left with not Nemesis, not Sentinel Prime. And he's something. He's definitely different. First up, there's a gray tab right here. You want to unpeg it, but it's really freaking tight, so I'm using a tiny tool. So you want to untap that, come to the back, and flip these open, and untab this, and you want to split the whole thing. Oh wait, I forgot there's yeah, there's a door right here. You want to open this up, and then the whole thing splits in 2 parts. Again, people are gonna complain with parts forming. I know I usually am one of the first that complains for parts forming, but it's not that bad. So yeah, we got 2 parts right there. We take just one, and on the side of this, we leave that panel opened up. We move that down, flip this up like this, and you want to open this up, and the instructions tells you like to leave. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I'm just leaving it like this. Oh wait, you want to pull this. Well, not the like I said, never grab the window. Always grab the side like this, and just reach right here and pull the chest cannon down, and then you want to flip it back like this. Yeah, like this. And now we have the hand right there. We just flip it open, and now we have one giant hand, which is pretty freaking nice. So yeah, we've got one arm. We can set it aside. Same thing for pretty much the other side. You just close the tab there, close this up, pull the leg out, flip the hand out, and this is just, you just leave it as a hand, and flip this up, pull this out, reach with your nail, flip this, leave it down like this, and close it back, which is hard because the joint is tight, and we have another arm. Now I would really like if we could just leave it like this, but we can't, and I guess you have to close it in the back on both arms, but you kind of hide like details. There's some nice details right there, but you have to close it back. And yeah, we've got both arms. And alright, for assembly now, let's start with the legs and the waist. So there's a square hole on each of the legs, and there's a well, not square, it's more like rectangle, so you have to slide it in and turn it around. So same thing, you just slide it in and twist it around to lock it, and now we have both legs done. And I'm gonna raise the camera because it's too high. So we have the waist and the legs done. Next up, torso and the arms. You have the pegs right here, and there's some giant holes right there. Now it doesn't look like much, but these holes are freaking tight. Alright, I've got it. So we've got one arm done. And I'm gonna have the other one. Alright. And the other arm is done. Alright. Next up, as for the legs, there's some grooves right here and those holes. So you want to plug the grooves of the metal parts right here, and the holes are like this. Well, sorry, you can't see much. So the wings right here, there's some tiny pegs right there that pegs into these holes. Oops, sorry. So you want to peg those in, and these holes are gonna peg in the back of the backpack right here. So let's try and do this on camera. Trying not to break anything. Alright. And here we have firewire. That's what he's called. Firewire. Wait. As for the excavating arms, well, I'll just place them like this. There's no real position, but you can just tuck them in the backpack like so. Yeah. So it doesn't look that too bad. Oh, and you can take the crane gun, slip it around, and you can plug it in the arms right here. There's a peg, so we've given him a gun. And he is massive. I'm just gonna move him like this. Can you see it all? Yeah. Focus. Alright. And just for a size comparison, here's TFC Hercules, shorter than him. He's actually shorter. The TFC Hercules head goes about half his head at the Fire Warrior. So, yeah. He's not the best looking combiner. Sorry. Yeah, my Hercules has got loose joints, so he doesn't stand perfectly, but yeah. So, Fire Warrior with the crane gun. He is not the best looking combiner, like I said, but he's actually quite nice. I really dig this mode. And, oh man, he's so heavy. Articulation wise, he's got arms rotation, which are kind of hindered, but he does rotates. He's got some arms right there, movement right there. The hand does open, close, and flip like this. The head, nothing. The legs does, if you can close the that thing just closed in. If you close the skirt up, he does have rotation, and he can have some knee joints and some foot, I guess. The legs does move outward. I guess he could like do the Van Damme split. Can he? Seriously? Holy crap, I think he can. Holy crap, he does the that is the first combiner I ever see doing this. He's amazing. Wow, I didn't expect this. So yeah, like I said, the legs does move forward. There's some knee joints right there. Not a lot, but he can have some decent pose. Yep. There's not much in the foot though, just kind of disappointing. He doesn't have any foot swivel, but who cares, really? But yeah, he is a nice figure, and it's been a long review. I think we've reached the 1 hour mark, but it's 5 figures, 5 amazing figures. Even though if you don't like too much the look of the combiner mode, each individual figure, except Groove maybe, are incredibly awesome. He is an amazing figures. Like the whole diecast, he's very solid. He's quite hefty. Lots of articulation. The transformation is fun. I highly recommend this figure. I bought mine from Taobao. I really don't recommend buying from Taobao unless you pass through these agents, they call. I didn't. It was hell. Because Taobao is not your typical put the item in your cart, pay, and they ship. It's everything but that. It's awful. So yeah, just maybe look on eBay for him. There's no real name except the Century of Deformation 2 or 4 or whatever. It's gonna be hard finding him. I saw him appear on cftoys.com, but he sold out in like 2 days. I don't know if because Sear Toys didn't have a lot of stock or because he was popular. But he's very, very awesome, and I really, really recommend him. Like, here's Megatron just for size comparison. He doesn't even get to the waist. So, yeah, he's a fantastic combiner figures. And yeah, there's not much else to say. I think the whole set cost me like $80 Canadian, plus shipping and handling and customs, which I don't even want to mention the correct price I paid for this because it was way too much. But on Sear Toys, I think it was 120, 116, something like this, American dollars, which is really nice. It's fine. I tell you, even though I paid $80 base for mine, the shipping and the custom totally raped me. So yeah, I don't even want to mention it. Don't buy Taobao. But Sear Toys did have him. You can maybe email. I think it's Paul, the guy at Sear Toys. I don't even remember. But you can probably email Sear Toys if he can get some more stocks, or look on eBay. Probably someone on eBay does have the whole set. He is incredible. I highly recommend him. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.